Welcome to Musikfest 2022. Gorgeous day on the second Saturday, second last day of the festival. This is a two-part article. This part is going to focus on what you really don't, if at all, hear about. And the other part's going to be the part that you hear about in all the media that, but it's going to be from personal experience here. Here's the major problems with Musikfest. All right, number one, back there we're on the other side of the police van. Bethlehem Police Department, thank you to the law enforcement for doing the best to keep this festival safe. First major problem with the festival is traffic. Obviously, you expect it. Major music festival. But West Broad in Maine, I took the buses over here from Union Boulevard and Irving Street, and this festival throws some of the bus schedules so far behind. I think the one bus was running like 12 minutes late, and it's not the driver's fault. But the one night I came over this week, I forget which night it was, I could have walked from 3rd, three blocks faster than that bus was able to make the left turn to go around and hit the Bethlehem Transportation Hub for land and bus. Now, here's another thing. The north side, which is what we're on right now, is the fun side. The best part of Musikfest, Arts Quest, so Arts Quest section, Love Pavilion, great to see some shows, but yeah, whatever. Don't even bring it up. Don't forget about that part section. So right here you have the main part of Musikfest, the most crowded part, right where you have a major transportation hub with Landis Bethlehem Transportation Hub.
Here we go. Great behind the back, you get loud, we'll light things on fire.
Not only that, to top that off, the buses have to make a left at West Broad in Maine to go around the building. There's no left turn signal there. So, especially at rush hour during Musikfest, pardon my language, forget about it, you're fucked. You're sitting there. And I have news for, and this is solely and completely on Bethlehem City government and Arts Quest, organizations in charge of Musikfest, that I got news for them. The entire Main Valley doesn't revolve around Musikfest. Sorry, it doesn't. You have people trying to get to work. You have people who might be trying to get to their doctor's appointment. And it's just incredible. Between Bethlehem City government, the Bethlehem Mayor William Reynolds, and Arts Quest, this is one area where they have a combined IQ and common sense level of absolute zero. Alright? Not everyone in Lehigh Valley cares about Musikfest. People are just trying to get about going on their everyday lives. Continue their everyday lives. Oh, the business is supposed to understand, the employees are supposed to understand, the doctors are supposed to, no, that don't work. I don't give a shit how much money this festival brings in. No. This is on Arts Quest, Bethlehem City government, and the Mayor Reynolds, period. First major problem. Second major problem. And these are the next 4 questions I sent to, I included an interview request to Mayor Reynolds, which there was no response. Second major one. Yes, they do ID. I've seen almost every place says we ID for alcohol. Perfect. Well, that's great. You follow one state alcohol law. What about the others? What about the one that said the open container laws? If you walk down Main Street with an open container, anytime at Musikfest, you get busted. What about the serving while visibly intoxicated law? Trust me, last Friday night, the first weekend of Musikfest, I was here until like 11 o'clock both nights. Yeah, that kind of didn't really go over too well. It didn't exist. And you talk to a lot of people here and look at the headlines and actually check to see if there are any fines or liquor license revocations, especially if businesses here on Main Street And in the Main Street area, no, there aren't any. At least none that I could find. And we'll be doing an inquiry after this to verify this. But businesses that serve alcohol on Main Street, there's no accountability for violations of state alcohol laws. None. Otherwise, you'd see a lot of change in businesses here. Okay. Third major point. You don't want to ask Van Reynolds. I've been to street festivals in Philadelphia, New York, and we have out. Prime example I'm going to use for this is while I was Welcome to America, Party on the Parkway, July 4th. Where there was not only there was limited access points. I know, Musikfest, all the people here and everything. Yeah, whatever. We're in 2022, not 1992 anymore. The number of and Friday and I wasn't concerned about it, but every time Friday and Saturday night, and even last night, Friday night, second Friday, I was staying on Main Street. I was staying here watching the band. I looked around and I'm like, how easy would it be for something major to happen here? And I'm not going to say what, but all you got to do is look at the headlines. And Bethlehem Police Department always does their absolute best. Nothing but gratitude and respect to the Bethlehem Police Department. And I know they have surveillance all over the place and everything. But in the 2022 modern world, it's the organizers, Arts Quest, Bethlehem City Government, that don't think, you know what, we have thought, every year, nothing's going to happen, until something happens that can't be buried. The time is, sooner or later, it's going to. Sooner or later, the luck's going to run out. So they need to at least put portable fencing up and limit the access points to Musikfest. I mean, over at Arts Quest, it's easy. There are very few streets. If you're on Main Street, no matter, like down here, where you have the music coming from the main section, which I'm not going to go over right now, it's too loud for the video. I could barely move through the crowd, and I could find gaps to slip through almost any crowd. All it would take would be for one incident to happen, and again, check the headlines, you know what I'm talking about, for it to turn into a major catastrophe. Now, I'm sorry, I don't care how much surveillance you have, I don't care how many police you have, to get to the incident through that kind of a crowd, good luck. So those are the top three. Right there in the distance, right there, you're looking at the artist section. Okay, I want to show you this part. Musikfest, Festival of the Arts. And mainly music, but the artists. This is what I call like an artist alley, like a Comic-Con. The difference is Comic-Con, the artist alley is like highlighted. Here, it's like they bury it. Where, yeah, you have an entrance there, but it's like you don't see anything, and you have it on main signs, which is dead ahead. But there's no main sign say, hey, check out, here's all the great artists that we brag about. And a lot of these points I'm making, I've talked to people with Musikfest, I've talked to people in the Lehigh Valley. And the majority of the people agree with me. Not all. I've had a couple that, got actually pissed off at me for making points to begin with. But you have so it's not just me, oh wow, and trust me, the exception 2020, I've been at Musikfest and covered it to one extent or another every year since I think 2013. So I'm only getting 8 years covering it for two of my media. Right here. Here's where the artists are. Main drag, great. Opening, yeah, you can walk into it. But you really have, you can see it, but it's not highlighted like other things, like especially the alcohol and food. I spoke with one of the vendors over the Festplatz, and she's like, yeah, they should move this to Main Street to put the focus on the art. I'm almost done, I promise. I actually did another version of this and forgot a couple of points about it, especially about the transportation. So, and also, here's something else. I may be getting kind of too specific here, but this is the first year that I actually wanted to do music for the entire experience. First year in all the years, I grew up with Musikfest, which I think started in 1984. I grew up at this festival going to on occasion. For the first time, I bought my official Musikfest mug. Got the light up version for $3 extra. Learned it on like